in Hebrews 11:6, it gives us the hardest verse, again, the hardest verse that I've found to follow. And that is this: and without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is rewarder of those who seek him. Now think about that verse for just a moment. You're going through all kinds of trials in life, and you think to yourself, hey, my circumstances are true, Pastor. You can't tell me they're not real. I'm not trying to tell you they're not real. Really, your circumstances sometimes are bad. My circumstances are bad or very challenging sometimes as well. And it's the truth. Sometimes it's not. Many times we speculate, and our imagination runs away with us, but a lot of times they're true. But it's just not the whole truth. It's not the whole truth. Only God knows the whole truth. So the question I have to ask myself when I go through a trial is not, God, are you going to work these things out? No, I need to believe something. I need to believe that if I seek God, he is going to reward me. That's it. My responsibility is to seek the Lord, and then it's his responsibility as I believe him, because this is what faith is all about, that he exists. Not hard to believe that. Not impossible to believe that, but he is also a rewarder of those who seek him. Think about how we would live differently. If we really believe that in the end, God, at the end of the trial, we'll say, not the end of life, at the end of the trial, God was going to bless us, we would avoid the temptations that are going to ruin us, those sins that will ruin us. We will honor our parents because the Bible says there's a promise with that. We will not sacrifice our future on the altar of the immediate. Our decision will be based upon the long run instead of the short run. We will not cower to peer pressure because what God thinks of me is more important than what others think of me. We will know that we have a future in heaven. Therefore, there's a hope. No matter what happens, there's a hope of the future. Therefore, that hope changes the way I operate in life today. You see, if we just believe that God really rewarded us as we sought him, then our life would change dramatically. Now, when you think about it for just a moment, all of us here have a story. If you are a Christian, you have a Christian story. You have a salvation testimony or a story in your life. And you can point back to people that God used in your life in order to bring you to the salvation experience.